Peace. Hey everyone.
What is up?
Link to the past.
Link to the past.
Link to the past.
What's up? This is Link to the Past, Beard Bros style.
What's up, people? I am Gerard.
And I am Alex.
And this is Link to the Past.
And I am Alex. So how many times do you suppose that you've played this game?
This one definitely is in triple digits. Triple digits.
Triple digits?
Triple digits.
100 times?
Absolutely, yeah. I used to, P-Cole and I, P-Cole 44444, the Let's Player, he and I would talk strategy all the time because we would speedrun this. I was not very good at speedrunning. I think I did it like maybe 6 times, and I got too stressed out for the speedrunning community to accept what I was doing. But definitely well into the triple digits. Triple digits.
Insane. I can't imagine playing through a game that many times.
Well, this game is one of the few games where the fun factor is definitely where it's at, where I don't mind it.
Yeah.
There are some games that I have completed way more than I have loved to, and
like what? Like, what do you mean?
Oh man, just like games like Catherine, you know, or Metal Gear. Like I beat Metal Gear like well over 30 times.
Jeez.
To get that big boss ranking in a total of about 150 hours. So that's not as fun as you'd think it would be.
So you want to hear something crazy?
That's why we're doing this show, man.
So, remember how when we were doing Mario with Davis, that we found out that there was like a comic
Yeah.
that had to do with this game?
Yeah.
So, there was a comic based on Link to the Past that was in Nintendo Power that ran for 12 issues.
12 issues?
Yeah.
Get the Game Grumps out of here.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I don't know. I just thought that was a really funny phrase.
All right.
I love the Game Grumps. I'm very good friends with Aaron and Danny. Much love to those guys. If they're not going to watch this, but if they did,
they freaking name dropped.
They name dropped us like we were just like everyone should know the Beard Bros, and I was like,
yeah,
they did it twice.
We got more attention literally from Aaron and Danny like saying our names than us making videos for a year.
Well, to be fair, we've been poisoned.
Yeah, to be fair, we are the worst.
We're not the worst. Technology just hates us. That's all.
That's true. Going back to this weird ass comic, in the manga, it's a manga because it's a Japanese comic. That's what a manga is. Mm-hmm. Not to get tripped up. There was a new character. They like left out a bunch of stuff and like added a bunch of stuff. They added a character named Rome. Who can like turn into a bird.
What?
Yeah, and
can I see this photo?
He's not here. There's no image of him.
We need to get an image for him for this video or for the wiki or something, because that's something we need to definitely see.
He turns into a bird, and
it just sounds like you're making it up.
I'm not. And
liar.
He turns into a bird, and they like meet as enemies, but then they like hang out together.
Is this just like a Liberties thing of like, well, it's not in the game, but we'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
No, so there's this thing called Cyborg 009.
Okay.
That was made by the same guy that made this manga. His name's Shotaro Ishinomori.
Okay.
And like it's like one of those like mangas about cyborgs.
You speak it like I should know it so well.
I don't know. There's like a lot of Japanese mangas about cyborgs. Like Astro Boy is like a very famous cyborg manga.
I'm so ignorant to mangas.
That's fine.
I wish I could just contribute.
So there's a character in that called Jet Link, and he's Cyborg 002, and Rome looks a lot like him. And so because they're made by the same guy, people think maybe they're it's like a tribute or something.
Gotcha. It's gonna be in the wiki's Beard Bro anyway. So there you go.
We're gonna see it there forever until we finish it,
along with the 2006 headshot version of Gerard when he was good looking and was auditioning for lead roles in films that he was too young to play in.
What do you mean?
There's, you know exactly what I mean.
I've seen the picture.
You know exactly.
I want to know what you're talking about with regard to the films, because like, I know that's what the audience is really here to hear about.
I used to audition a lot for movies, and I just never.
What roles were you auditioning for that you were too young for? For example,
everything.
Like what?
Everything. Like I auditioned. Oh man, what did I audition for? I auditioned for a Mission Impossible film. That was like as like a a like nerd, but like they wanted they wanted like an older nerd. It wasn't Mission Impossible. It was like I think Die Hard 4 or Die Hard, like they ended up going with like
Justin Long
and all those other people at
Wait,
first.
so did you audition for Justin Long's part in Live Free, Die Hard?
I think so. It wasn't like at the time that I read the script, because I read the script afterwards, the dialogue was completely different and it like wasn't the same thing. It wasn't like, it was like he went to a bunch of nerds' houses kind of thing to like find the kid. And I was like one of the nerds that was like, he's over there or something like that. But they cut it. They cut it because it's Die Hard 4.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Have you seen? Hold on. I know this is a side tangent. Have you seen Charlie's Angels with Michael Berardi in it?
Yes,
It is
absolutely have.
amazing.
He's playing Final Fantasy 2 2-player mode.
He's playing Final Fantasy 8 2-player.
Yeah.
Which is amazing because that is impossible.
Yeah, and then I don't know if I've never asked him.
Keep doing this.
I've never asked him if he got to see Drew Barrymore's boobs.
I didn't either. We should ask him.
So, because here's the deal: is we used to do this thing where it's over now because we finished. But what we used to do was this thing called Grill Murray. Mm-hmm. And what Grill Murray is there's a bar across the street, and we'd like screen a Bill Murray movie, and we'd watch a movie and we'd grill hot dogs for everybody at the bar, and that's called Grill Murray. And we watched every movie in Bill Murray's filmography in order, and Bill Murray is in Charlie's Angels. And so Barrett came, and when he came on the screen, everybody was like, yeah! He was like the star.
Probably the most times I've completed it in one sitting. I completed the game roughly 8 times in a row. Because, this is before you all freak out, Virgin Atlantic / Virgin America.
The airplane?
Yes, the airplane in the early 90s, or actually be late 90s, mid 90s.
Okay.
They had a partnership with Nintendo to feature on their planes 3 or 4 of their biggest titles. So you could play Super Mario World, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Link to the Past, and F-Zero.
That's dope.
And when you're on a plane to the Middle East / London,
that's a far flight.
That is a good 14 to 21 hour flight, depending on where you're coming from. So that's what I did in that entire flight. I just completed Link to the Past as many times as I could, and it never got boring in my eyes. It never ceased to amaze me.
Great. So here's the theory about Aghanim. Is
Agamemnon.
So if you look at not on his sprite, but on his actual artwork, right? There's like an eye on his chest, and if you go to Hyrule Castle Tower, there's like a symbol similar to it on the floor. And
that's right, we passed it.
That's the room where Aghanim sends the 7 maidens to the Dark World. And it looks a lot like the Sheikah emblem.
Oh, that's right.
And it's possible that maybe there's some sort of eye theme going through all of Zelda, because eyes always seem to be very important to the game. And I mean, obviously the eye in a lot of East,
the eye of truth kind of thing,
just like eyes, and
eyes
obviously have a lot of mystical significance, but there's not really any sort of explanation in the game about why eyes have anything to do with Aghanim. So Sahasrara is named possibly after Sahasrara, which is the highest primary chakra in the Hindu religion and the Hindu tradition, not the Hindu religion.
Okay. So would you say it's maybe possibly yoga related?
I don't know if I would say
that chakra.
Well, it's the White Lotus chakra. They don't just have to do with yoga.
Okay.
It's just above the top of your head. And the Sahasrara White Lotus is supposed to have 1,000 petals in 20 layers that have 50 petals each. And it's crazy. It symbolizes detachment from illusion. And it's one of the main things that you need to be aware of when you are trying to get to that higher consciousness.
Okay.
And one is all is one, and all that. Yeah. So
that's pretty sick.
So that's neat. He's like a mystical chakra wizard.
Chakra wizard. Oh, that's a thing. A chakra wizard.
I mean, I don't think that's really a thing, but I think that's what Sahasrara is.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So in the manga, first he lives in a huge temple, which is like totally different, and like Link gets like really tired from going up the stairs. He also gives him like a little like key, almost like in Wind Waker, where you can like talk to the king all the time, where he's like, "Hey," and then he like tells you what's up.
I haven't played Wind Waker, so I don't have a reference, but I think I understand.
You haven't
what
played
you're saying.
Wind Waker?
Wind Waker?
Maybe that's the Zelda we should play next.
Oh man, I
mean,
have it. I have it.
The Wii U version? That'd be so fun.
That would be a nice crossover one for a future completionist episode, because I always wanted to play it.
It's super good.
Yeah, and I have 2 copies for the Wii U.
Jacques was so anti.
Well, I think we both were when we were younger.
But he was so anti up until recently that he sat down to play like when we were moving into the office, he sat down to play it and he played it for like 5 hours one day.
Yeah.
So also in the comic, Sahasrara like saves Link from this guy Ganty.
Ganty?
Yeah, Ganty.
So like
maybe
Ganon's
it's not
little son
no,
or something?
it's not a guy. It's actually a girl who's named Ganti.
Ganti.
It's just spelled really bad in the Japanese version. But she's a descendant of the Hylian Knights,
Okay.
I guess. And she tries to stab Link for being a descendant of her family's killers.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's dark.
Jeez, I can't believe how much stuff you can do before.
It's really not that much, but I just make it seem like it's a lot.
You're just like going all over the place.
Yeah, man.
I love that those things have translated so well to the 3D.
Oh, I was so worried they wouldn't when I was younger. I was like, oh my god, those things, are they gonna come out? They look the exact same.
Yeah.
They look the exact same as I remember.
Yeah, they're so good. I love the ones that are like, whoa, 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 and they like get all
Go
upset.
crazy
Yeah.
and attack you. One of my favorite weapons in this game is the boomerang, and for whatever reason, I feel like the boomerang
I've always
becomes
loved the boomerang.
You know, I love the boomerang so much in this game, but I feel like it doesn't translate well in the other games.
What do you mean?
It just doesn't translate.
Oh well,
as
you
useful.
sir have not played
Wind Waker.
Wind Waker.
Okay.
The
Here we
Wind Waker
go.
boomerang. The Wind Waker boomerang has like a lock-on function, and you like aim it at like 5 things at once, and you throw it, and it like locks onto all of them. It's so dope. There's like bosses that like hang from the ceiling by like tendrils, and you have to like cut all their tendrils with the boomerang, and you feel like such a little cool guy.
So let me show you, Alex, a little speedrunning trick here.
Okay.
It's not that much of a trick. It's actually quite hard to pull off, but the main intention of this room is to kill all the enemies, right?
Right.
Or what you could do is just do that.
What?
And now what'll happen instead is they'll stay there. Freaking Majora's Mask, so great.
It is the best one, in my opinion.
I don't know. I think Link Between Worlds has dethroned this as my favorite because it was so great.
Dethrone this one.
Yeah, it was just so perfect.
It really, really was really,
It was
really
so
well made
wonderful.
and really good.
Did we ever talk about that hilarious Game Grumps thing that happened during when I was reviewing Goof Troop?
What?
So when Game Grumps started, John and Aaron did Goof Troop, and everyone in the comments went back because no one did videos on Goof Troop.
Yeah.
Like I was the only one. It was like if you had searched Goof Troop back then, it was like the Completionist and the Grumps.
Yeah.
And so people went onto my videos and they bashed me for ripping off Game Grumps. But it's magic because I did my episode 4.5 months before the Game Grumps were even start. No, 4.5 months before the Game Grumps even started.
Yeah.
It was so funny that everyone was like,
I just want to
"You
lift.
ripped them off."
I want to lift the veil, you guys. We know the Game Grumps. The Game Grumps know us.
We're friends. They're
We're-
awesome guys.
we're-
I love
yeah,
Aaron.
they're-
I love Danny, even though like I've never.
I want to get to know those guys better. I don't care about anything. I don't ever want to. I don't even need to do any sort of collab with them. I just want to like play Monster Hunter.
So Alex, let's have a debate real quick. This
Okay.
is a Beard Bros debate.
Okay.
Okay. When I was a kid, all
Yes.
right, let me just show you what I'm about to talk about. When I was a kid, the rocks, the light rock, because there's light rock and the heavy rock. So this right here, right? This do you see an 8 ball?
Yes. Oh, I see an 8.
You see an 8. Okay, that's what I mean. You see an 8 though.
I do see an 8.
Okay, is this intentional or do you think it was just the design of it? Because for me, I saw an 8, and as a kid it drove me crazy because all my friends and family were like, that's not an 8. It drove me crazy. Those are clearly 8s. There are several 8s on the screen.
Those are 8s.
Those are 8s.
Those are
That's
8.
what I want to know, Alex. Is there something about the 8s What do you guys think? Are they 8s or fishes? I think they're 8s.
I don't think
gotta be
they're.
8s.
I don't think they are meant to be a design. I think they're meant to be a texture of the rock. But I will say for sure that they look a lot like 8s.
Great.
So that's that. That's settled.
Bam.
I'm gonna tell you.
Not a yam.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not a yam. It's a bird. No, in this case, the 8
The 8 was the bird.
The
so
8
I
is
was
the
right.
bird.
Okay.
A little bit more about the Book of Medora.
I just love how I walked in this stranger's house and was like, "Excuse me,
That is like
I'm going to go in.
That is
bomb
like
the wall."
the sketch that every video game sketch group has ever that has existed has made.
Not our brand new one, the Super Scope Show.
Yeah, man. How do you guys like that?
You guys didn't know.
Oh yeah. Question of the day is
8s and
8 or rock.
8 or rock.
Just write it. Make your comment either the number 8 or the word rock, but write it like rock, like RAWK.
RAWK.
Rock.
Or just post a picture of the rock. That is a good.
Yeah.
I know that
Can
you
you
can't
post pictures? Post a link to a
tweet
picture.
a picture.
Tweet a picture of the rock at us if you think it's just a rock.
Or for you newbies out there, start a thread on the That One Video Gamer forums.
Oh my god,
Because those are a real thing now. The site has been live for a week. It's up and running. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Alex and I have been stressing out for a long time.
Yeah, man. I found out that the job editor-in-chief is not as glamorous as it sounds.
No.
And is in fact one of the most stressful jobs in the entire world. But that aside, the Book of Medora comes from the ancient Greek language, and it means holder of knowledge, or tutor, or holder of high wisdom. So that makes sense, right? There is the Book of Medora in the other Zelda, in like some other Zelda games.
But it's not like a usable item. It's more of like a.
Okay, so like,
nod,
Impa's
right?
house, right? Impa's house in Ocarina of Time 3D. Mm-hmm. There's a green book on like a table in her house, and it's like a really similar looking house to the one in this game. So maybe it's like a reference. And also Gapora in Skyward Sword.
I thought you said something else, but okay.
Gapora? Whatever. The guy who looks like the owl. The guy from the Skyward Sword who looks like the owl.
Yes.
He has it also, and he's like a teacher too. So there you go. So that's the Book of Medora. So don't let it be said that I don't ever give you real ass trivia. How many of you have ever played through the original Legend of Zelda completely, and like what did you think of it?
I personally did not like it. I played Link to the Past first.
Yeah, was the first time that you played it for the show?
No. Oh God, no. The first time I completed was for the show.
I'm saying,
but
the Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
The first time you beat it was not for the show.
Yes.
You just beat it for fun.
Yeah.
What didn't you like about it?
Some of the dungeons felt too repetitive. I felt that I was favoring items I was favoring certain items because of convenience and not so much for like the right reasons of using them, you know?
Here's my thesis on this. Because I once read another article that I can't remember the name of now. Of course, I'm gonna try and find it right now. But it was basically about how Zelda is broken. It was on Kotaku years ago, and it really spoke to me. So the article was called "Zelda just keeps getting worse, but it isn't beyond saving." It's by Tevis Thompson. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, but basically,
Tevis Thompson, if you're listening, bro, thank you,
dude. Real talk. Really, this article really changed the way that I thought about Zelda. And basically, what he said was that Zelda should be more like Dark Souls, and where in the sense that the world doesn't feel like it was made for you to unwind it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And more, it was supposed to be a world that's persistent and doesn't really care about you and is very brutal, and you just have to find things that you stumble upon and
yeah.
And the experience of playing the original Legend of Zelda is a lot more like that, actually. If you think of the original Legend of Zelda in the mind of Dark Souls, it feels a little bit more badass. You know what I mean? It's very, very hard to find secrets in that game, and you're gonna just have to try out a lot of different things, and there's going to be a lot of stuff missing. And even though obviously the NES version of the game is not a great example of that, you know, the ideas are there, and that game's super old, so you can't really blame it for not holding up as a competitor to Dark Souls. But
sure.
What he's saying is that if a new Zelda game was made that was that, where you experience things on your own, and there's a lot less holding
her hand and telling you where to go.
Yeah. that it would be a better series. And I think that Link Between Worlds is a good step towards that.
This is one of my favorite memories in this game as a kid. Just finding out that this waterfall is a entryway to get cool stuff. Like, as a kid, imagine finding this thing, you know?
Yeah.
And just losing your mind. That was me.
Yeah.
I was that kid.
That was you, like, the very first time you played this.
Absolutely.
The name Zora might come from the fish, the remora, those kind of fish that, like, suck on other fish and, like, clean them while they are, like, swimming around. You know what I mean?
No, but I gotcha.
Like symbiotic relationship fish. They, like...
Oh, in that case, yes.
Yeah. And so that's a thing. Or they could have been inspired by Zora Neale Hurston, who was an early American writer. And that would make sense because, you know, Zelda is a reference to Zelda Fitzgerald.
I think you mean to say that Zelda's reference to Zelda Williams?
That is the opposite of what I mean.
I'm pretty sure that's what you meant to say, though.
No, F. Scott Fitzgerald's, like, slutty, rambunctious, cool, like, hard-drinking wife is Zelda Fitzgerald, and she's awesome. But also, in Slavic languages, Zora, or Zoria, is it's a name that means, like, beautiful aurora, or dawn, or morning star. So, think about that for a second.
Or, what you could have meant to say was that Zelda Williams was, in fact, inspired for Zelda in this game.
That's not true.
I'm sorry.
I would not say it.
I was channeling Mike Gregg. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I would say that Zelda Williams is named after Princess Zelda, though.
I would too. That's
Yeah.
a very safe assumption.
At E3, the week of E3, like 2 years ago, they did one of those Zelda concerts.
I went to that.
Yeah, I did too. And Zelda
Another story of the time that Alex and I were at the same place at the same time.
and didn't know.
Each other.
Yeah. We even moved close to you guys. Or no,
Yeah.
were you with Hector?
I was.
Yeah. But yeah, so Zelda Williams hosted that, and that was like a really cool like little treat because it was like, you know, special version of the show. Plus they played a bunch of Majora's Mask stuff, so I was like, oh god, this is amazing. They played like all the music from Majora's Mask like right at the end. They were like, by the way, we have one more thing for you. It's all the music from Majora's Mask that you love. And we were like,
And then everyone cried in unison.
what do you suppose that is that he's doing?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna say Beard Bros versus time.
Beard Bros versus time?
Well, in the sense of like looking
the
things.
same thing as like, what the hell is
Yes,
that?
what the hell is that? I feel this is like our Who's That Pokemon for us. Like, what the hell is that?
I think that he is lifting the top
if
half
I
of
had-
his head out of the water, and that red stuff that you see there
Is like his tunic.
is his like, no, I think it's his like gaping open mouth.
Okay, I'm gonna say the exact same thing, except since he is a Zora with the Zora flippers, I'm going to just make up the lore that he can just drink water now.
So you think that he's
just opening
he's not lifting his head out to breathe. You
He's
think
just,
he's just like
opening
"Oh,
his jaw
no."
to go ahead and accept more.
You know what? I'll tell you what. He is super thirsty from running around.
You know what? That's what I'm telling
He
you.
can run
man.
into a wall and break the wall.
That's true. So we're the Pond of Happiness. One of like the weirdest places in this in the game because it's the illusion that you have to throw things into it to be rewarded, and the thing obviously to throw into it is the rupees. As a kid, this is very misleading. I was very upset when I realized that like I guess I didn't understand math very well because I was like, I didn't get anything, and so my mentality was, I'll just keep throwing more in and hopefully something good happens.
But that's right, isn't it?
And it's true. Eventually, if you throw in 100 rupees, as we're about to throw in right now, we will be rewarded with an upgrade.
So, I just want to give you some quick trivia on this. This is based off the idea of the wishing well, which comes from an idea that like deities lived in water. You know, it's like a source of life and all that stuff because water is like the best thing in the world, and like that's so like actually scientifically real, guys.
Water is the best thing in the world.
It was like a very like sacred place for a lot of like European cultures, like the Germanic people and like the Celts and stuff like that. And sometimes they'd put the god's picture, like see like right here, like you see those two things that are like statues of the fairy. Like That is like very much in line with like what really happened at Wishing Wells. Is they would put picture of the god that lives in the water right outside the well, and then they would like throw their cherished belongings in there, not just money. They'd throw like armor down the well, weapons down the well. They'd throw
pennies down
they
the
throw
well.
stuff just into water everywhere as like a means of like giving stuff to gods. You're like paying for your wish to come true. Turns out that 3 million pounds, like it's pound sterling, like the English currency.
Yeah.
3 million pounds have been like get thrown into wells every year. Apparently there's an ancient myth called Mimir's Well. It's a Nordic myth. It talks about the Well of Wisdom, which is Mimir's Well. And then it can give you infinite wisdom if you if you sacrifice something that you hold dear. So Odin goes to this well and he gives up his right eye, but he didn't just want wisdom, he wanted to know why everything existed. So Odin was like a pretty psychedelic dude. And
Shooting bombs or arrows? I've done bombs the whole time.
so that's neat. And he Mimir is
arrows,
the
thank you.
god of wisdom, and he sits at the roots of Yggdrasil, the world tree from Thor the movie.
Thor.
Just kidding, it's from Nordic mythology. So there you go. That's your well trivia.
That's your well trivia for today. Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was pretty darn interesting.
I just have a hard time paying attention during well sequences because they're just.
It's very boring. Yeah,
It's very, very, very boring. I hope that for your sake, audience at home, you enjoyed that trivia.
Hera is the wife of Zeus, but she is also the sister of Zeus, which they don't teach you in school.
I wonder why.
Right away. Unless you had like the cool
Little
teacher.
Game of Thrones action.
Unless you had like the
happening
cool
right
teacher, yeah.
there. Yeah, incest is rad.
It's rad to talk about incest when you're in high school because like everybody is young and thinking about sex for the first time in their life. And so
Where is this conversation going?
I'm just being real. When you're in high school, that's what you want. Like that's all you're thinking about. It's like, oh my god, all the girls have boobs. Like that's high school, right?
I feel like, yeah. I mean, I had a girlfriend in all of high school, so I guess my limitations were.
Right. Okay, but you weren't just like hanging out with your cool friend. Like it was like you were trying to, you know, explore.
Tower of Hera.
Yeah. So
Tower of Hera.
So here's the deal with here's the theory is that you know the Greek gods live where? Mount Olympus.
Mount Olympus.
Right. And Death Mountain is like a big ass mountain.
Yeah.
Right? And Tower of Hera is near the top of the mountain. So maybe it's just like a reference to Mount Olympus.
Okay.
Mountain of the gods.
Like you are reaching the tower, like you're like almost reaching where the gods are.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you look at it, I mean, it's like a big, tall tower. It actually kind of reminds me of the Tower of Babel. Just the way it looks. Looks like the classic depictions of the Tower of Babel.
Absolutely.
So sometimes the Tower of Babel looks a lot more like the Leaning Tower of Pizza. Pizza. Pizza.
Give me pizza.
I wish.
I love that video.
Give me pizza.
P-I-Z-Z-A.
I wish I had a Leaning Tower of Pizza.
Whipped cream tastes like waterfall. P-I-Z-Z-A.
That is horrible.
So, have you heard the sped up version?
No.
Give me pizza. P-I-Z-Z-A.
No,
I
I've been
want
obsessed with
pizza.
I've been obsessed with that Kermit the Frog.
Are you orange?
course it's an orange. You guys got to see that.
It's Kermit the Frog slowed down, reacting to, was it Cookie Monster?
Yeah. He's trying to get him to guess orange, and he keeps guessing cookie. It's like a classic comedy bit. But when you slow it down a little bit, it's just like Jeff Goldblum, where he just seems like wasted. Is that actually faster than just climbing the ladder normally?
Yes.
By like
you want to
half
test it? You want to test it?
I don't want to
I will test it. Okay.
Okay, fine.
This is the regular way.
Okay.
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 This is
Now-
that riveting
Now
Beer Bros.
Kelly is here. She will be the judge. I think this is faster.
I think it's about the same pace.
All right, yeah, that's about the same pace.
Kelly, what you guys don't know about Kelly is that she's chosen a life of total muteness unless she's on camera. She doesn't speak unless she's on camera.
That's not true.
Oh,
I
yeah?
think she's not on. This is different.
So Link turns into an effing rabbit in this game.
Only for this one time. I also want to point that he's a rabbit that is like in a constant buck status. You know, his teeth are always like wide, and he's always ready to eat something.
Yeah.
You know, like unlike you can kind of see it sticking out too. See in the profile shot.
What?
It's like. Oh, you know what? Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. I thought that his eyes was his mouth, and that he was just wide open the whole time. Now, for the first time ever in my life, it looks like a bunny. I thought it was a warped, like...
You thought it was like a grotesque open bunny mouth?
Yeah, this whole time. My life is gone.
That is so funny.
Hey, man. The things you think of when you think of Seuss. This particular dungeon for this treasure is very aggravating because it's very much like not necessary. Like you could play the whole dungeon never
and
once.
not get this, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people do that upon their first playthrough. Because you get this pearl, and then it's like, great, the moon pearl protects the hero from changing from the effects of the golden power. It's like, that's great and everything, but you never actually tangibly use this.
Well, you don't turn into a rabbit.
Yeah, it's a passive treasure. And I think that it kind of bums me out because, you know, when you do dungeons like this, especially in this game, you're expecting a more of a pleasant reward. Alex, how's your weekend?
My weekend does not exist yet.
Oh.
It's actually Thursday right now.
Later, man.
Yeah.
Here comes the fun part, folks. The skip glitching portion, the sequence breaking, if you will, for Beard Bros in all of its loveliness.
So let's go.
So the key element to this is that you want to equip the magic mirror. And the key element is that it's glitching so that you can jump off this ledge right here, because this ledge is actually a portion you can jump off from. So it's going to take a little bit. It has been a while since I've done this glitch. So what you want to do is just do that, pull out your sword a little bit, and then slowly back into it.
You kind of want to like be on the other side of it on accident.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But that's okay. I think what I should try and do is... Nope. Got it! Woo! Alright, so we did it. The trick is you actually have to be very careful
where you walk,
because you might get stuck on an area that you cannot come down from. See, like if you go over there, and notice the graphics have changed too.
Yeah, the game is
now this
glitching out.
is the Wii U version, so this has not been patched.
Yeah.
There's no way to get around this. I mean, like, you know, you can be a part of it.
This is like in the software of the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the key thing right now is that we actually like cannot return to the light world, right? Because there's no entry point at this point. We cannot go to and from the dark world as easily as we'd like.
It's Mother's Day, you know? Show this to your moms.
Words to mothers. Do you remember last year's Mother's Day special where we did Metroid? I think we did Metroid and we shout out moms.
Shout out to your moms.
And there was a mom that was like, I'm a mom and I approve this.
Great.
Everyone at home right now has just been so angry. I don't know why I keep talking about that. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about that, man.
Today I feel like it's a very Dear Diary day. You know
Dear
what that
Diary
means?
Day. Dear Dairy.
Dear Dairy.
Dear Dairy. Ice cream sandwich confessions.
It's a vlog of me like
eating an
ice cream sandwich but confessing my day of the day.
Yeah.
Dear Dairy.
Dear Dairy.
Dear Dairy.
See, this is what I was talking about earlier. I said if I made, because my friend told me that the coach of the Cardinals makes like a buttload of money. He makes like $75K a week or something like that every 2 weeks. If I made $75K every 2 weeks, I would just continue to live in like a nice, modestly sized apartment, maybe get like a slightly nicer one, pay the rent, and then all the rest of my money, like I would just spend on like little things like that. Like if we make the Dear Dairy joke, that's a great idea for a sketch. I just get the budget together and like make the Dear Dairy sketch. Be perfect.
Dear Dairy.
Yeah. Dear Dairy.
Dairy dear.
Dairy dear. It's like some 50s slogan for like the milk board, the milk council. So this guy is called the Helmasaur King. Here he is right there. He is a pretty notorious boss, I would say. Wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. I was very creeped out by him in Link Between Worlds because he wasn't quite the same that I was expecting to be. He was
Narnar in that. He was like pretty nasty looking.
Yeah, he was.
But he's in the Palace of Darkness. He's also in the Palace of the Four Sword in the Game Boy Advance game. But apparently, according to the manga, the Helmasaur King was once a very shy man.
Oh, I might die, Alex.
Very shy man who found his way into the dark world and became the monster hidden behind the mask. Because that's what his true self is, and I guess that's what the dark world does. And I guess that's why when Link turns into a rabbit, it's showing you a window into his true soul, because the rabbit is a symbol of like purity and life.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, which now that I'm, once the comments made it obvious, like, that was obvious.
He's trying to open a larger gate between worlds.
He's building a base.
Between worlds.
He's building a base here.
Castle.
Ganon's base is in the dark world.
But the gate is not open yet completely. If we 7 maidens yet come together, we can break the barrier around Ganon's base.
Ganon's a secret base.
Secret base which I will mark on your map.
I believe you will destroy Ganon. Step 1, take out his base.
Step 2, take out his base again.
Go to the light world and destroy his other base.
I like how they're all like, do you understand?
I love bases. I love bases. They're so funny.
The word base or just bases?
The idea of like bad guys having bases and like you having a base. Like, get back to base.
Run back to headquarters or base.
Head back to our base.
Let's go back to our base, man. All right,
Look at those
we're
cool
done.
gorillas. We did it.
We did it. Look
All
at
right.
these gorillas.
They're like, yeah.
I need a cup of coffee. I'm about to fall over. Guys, thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Enjoy Mother.
Later, man.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Mom. Mom,
this one's for the mom. Shout out if you're a mom.
Shout out to moms. Hey, moms.
Shout out to a mom.
Mom, show us your kids.
Later, Mom.
Later, Mom. Fun fact, Alex and I first hung out when we saw the movie Brave together.
Yeah. Yeah, we did not know each other, but we were both mildly interested enough in Brave to go see it early at the LA Film Fest with our pal Mikey.
And Zan. Zan was there too.
Oh yeah, I remember Zan was there. And one other person.
No, it was just the 3 of us.
Oh, really?
Or 4 of us, yeah.
Oh well.
I think we met someone there, but I don't think they were with our group afterwards. We went to like a taco truck. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I remember it all. Barry didn't like the movie too much.
No, I didn't care for it either.
I think that movie
it didn't feel like a Pixar movie.
I think that movie is very brave.
I see what you did there.
I mean, that was a pun, but like,
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I actually think it is pretty good. I think it's like a really neat movie that like defies the conventions of a fairy tale. I think Frozen does a fairly good job of doing it too, but it's a little bit more sterile. It's not like very realistic.
I like that Frozen's not about relation. It's not about like the prince. It's about the relationship of sisterhood
Yeah,
and their traveling pants, for that matter.
that's
Yeah.
incorrect.
No, very correct. I like you, Alex. You're good. You're a good guy.
Thanks, man. I like you too.
Yeah, man.
For some reason, I just got like a huge craving for Johnny Rockets. Is that weird?
Very weird, dude.
I don't know
I don't know.
why.
I have a negative stigma against Johnny Rockets, so.
Why?
I used to date a girl who's obsessed with it, and I had to like take her there all the time, and it was not a good time.
And she was obsessed with Johnny Rockets?
Yeah, Kurt Maloney, your buddy from the Bath Boys, used to work at that one that we went to.
Oh yeah, he used to make balloon animals. If you guys watch the Bath Boys, Kurt Maloney used to make balloon animals at Johnny Rockets.
Is that why that sketch is like all his balloons?
I think so. Probably. We should get him on Drunk Bros. That'd be a cool crossover.
Yeah, who do you guys want to see on Drunk Bros? I know a lot of you guys were like a little like, oh, we don't want to drink. It's like, you don't have to drink. You don't have to do that. I actually am not a drinker, and I don't condone it very much.
It's for the show. It's not like we're like, let's become alcoholics slowly.
We're like, let's drink because it's fun. It's like the whole thing is like, it's self-torture.
It's funny because
it's funny because we don't want to drink, but we have to.
Yeah. I miss the element of game music where the hardware like limits what it can sound like, you know?
Yeah.
Like orchestra score and stuff like that, like for the newer Zelda, Smash Bros, Pokemon, all that stuff. It's like really awesome, but like it's unmistakable when a song is coming over a Super Nintendo speaker. You know what I mean? Or like Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, those like Game Boy Advanced horns, it's like so obvious. So this bird is called a weathercock or a weather vane.
Yeah.
And
it plays a pivotal role in
it's in Link to the Past, it's in Link's Awakening, it's in Link Between Worlds as the save points. And they originate from the Tower of the Winds in ancient Rome in Athens. And there was a weather vane that was Triton holding a rod, and it like rotated when the wind changed directions. Mm-hmm. And the frieze below it was like the 8 wind deities, and it had like sundials and a water clock. It's like a really cool building. I wish that the world was still that way. But the reason that they're always like roosters is because apparently Pope Gregory I said it was a suitable emblem of Christianity, and because it's the emblem of St. Peter. And so that's why like cocks and roosters and chickens and stuff are usually what's on a church steeple.
Alex is the best hype man, guys.
Hell yeah.
Hypes it up.
Hypes it up. Get crazy.
Get crazy hyped.
Get out a knife. Stab a lady.
We do not condone that.
That's commitment.
That's commitment to the bitment.
The Bombos medallion?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to keep saying the Bombos medallion.
Bombos medallion.
The Bombos medallion.
Bombos medallion. Bombos medallion.
I don't know.
Bombos. Bombos.
Yamba dando babambos.
Bombos.
Okay.
Mama mimosa.
We gotta just mimosa it down.
Mama bosa.
This is what you guys came for, right? Us doing the Bombosa song?
Yeah.
To the Sonic 3
it's okay.
level
Alex,
select.
Alex, it's okay. Everyone says we're Game Grumps, so it's fine.
Yeah. That's a little
As
grammar.
a kid, I always did this. It just was something I did. And it bummed me out that I never did anything.
Just put them all down.
Just in case. You never know, man. You never know.
Someday, 10 years from now, you're gonna do it, and it's gonna like be like, "Hi,
I've been waiting
I'm
for
Shigeru Miyamoto. This is really me. I'm in the game.
Bombos.
The Bombos Medalliano. Hey, Bombos. Bombos Medalliano.
Hey, Bombos. Bombos Italiano.
Yeah, it's really cool. You just saw what it does. It's cool.
Sorry, I just had a moment that I just remembered because I was reading some of the comments a few days ago. Mm-hmm. Someone asked if they could do a versus or animated of us.
Yes.
Like an animated moment.
Yes.
We encourage it.
Yes, 100.
We would love that. We will put it on tovg.com if it's great.
Yeah, if it's awesome.
If it's awesome, we're there.
Honestly, we'll probably just put it up even if it is.
That's true.
Yeah, but you got to not be hard on yourself. That's the thing that people are not realizing when they submit stuff. Is they're like, hey man, here's my video. It kind of sucks, but here.
Hope you take me anyways.
I'm like, no, if you don't believe in it, I'm not gonna believe in it.
Yeah, you gotta act like you're the best.
Yeah.
It sounds really shallow, but I had to do that for the longest time.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm a pretty humble dude, but people think I'm like super cocky because it's like, yeah, the completionist is like the best thing ever.
Dudes.
It's like, yeah, it's like actually it's just I have to like if you with a name like that, you know, you have a lot of weight to it, and you need to like kind of own up to that title. Mm-hmm. I think I do a fairly decent job at it.
How important is like tradition to you in a series? Like, are you just looking for like tropes? Does it like let you down when the tropes aren't there, or like do you like how do you like to see your tropes? Do you like them to be, you know, like Pokemon is like almost the exact same game every time in a lot of ways.
I knew it.
Like, is that something that you want them to do? Like, what if you know the next Zelda played a lot more like Skyrim, where you like get quests from people and you like keep track of them and you do them, you know, or like Dark Souls, where there's like not really a lot of answers for you at all.
I think it just depends. Like for me, like I feel like as long as the like life mechanic is the same, I'm open to any and all change that is willing to.
The life mechanic,
like just like hearts and just like
that's like what you want. That's what you like about Zelda.
I just feel like it should.
Do you think it's a nostalgia thing, or is it like?
I think so. At this point, it is, and I think it should be based on like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but also innovation, at its finest. And you know, I like that Nintendo doesn't, you know, adapt to every company, right? Like, notice how, you know, and this has been like the common theme for us here in the office this week is like everyone's crapping on Nintendo. Like, look at Nintendo and not making FPSs. Like, good on them for sticking true to themselves. And
like they've had some first-person games, aka Metroid, but like, it wasn't really an FPS. It doesn't have like.
No, well, I'm saying it's like they could have easily just been like, okay, let's do it. EA made a Dead Space or a Resident Evil 4 clone called Dead Space. You know, like that was like that was because that was more of a trend, right?
They don't really do that, yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's like they don't follow, they don't go after the you know what everyone else is doing, and you know, kudos to them. Although they don't change things very much as everyone wants, but that's okay.
Yeah, but I mean, like they do. Like I think right now, like you're seeing a very good example of how they're staying true to who they are, but they're trying new things.
Yeah,
Like this Pokemon game was very, very like different than most Pokemon games.
you might be in trouble, Steps here.
I think you could do it.
I don't know, man.
It's
I got
called
3 hearts.
Just clench it. So this thing's
Just
called the
clench it,
yeah.
he
So this
says.
thing's called the Argus. It's
am
like
I,
a
Nike
jellyfish
here?
with an eye on it, right? This is what I was just talking about. Its name comes from the Argus Panoptus. It's an all-seeing 100-eyed giant from Greek mythology, and it was a guardian of the heifer nymph Lo and son of Aristor. And it has like a lot of eyes, and that's
go
sort
away.
of it was Hera's servant, and its whole point is that it guards the heifer from Zeus. Hermes eventually slayed Argus, and by disguising himself as a shepherd, and he like closed all his eyes with like spoken charms, and then just threw a stone at him. And it was like the first bloodshed amongst the new generation of gods. So that's pretty neat. And that's what he's based off of.
Oh my gosh. The clenching continues.
And this boss and Moldorm from the Moldorm worm are the only 2 bosses that are the same species as the one in Link Between Worlds.
Interesting.
All the other ones are like similar but not quite the same, but these 2 are like exactly the same. Kakariko Village probably comes from Cocorico, which is what French say when they are doing cock-a-doodle-doo. That's like the French version of cock-a-doodle-doo is Cocorico.
Really?
Yep. And there's also a Spanish verb that is cacarear, which means a crowing chicken, and that's why cuckoos are in Kakariko Village all the time. Apparently the thing to do in this fight is to have a bee.
A bee?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's the only boss in the game that can be hurt by bees.
I'd love to see that. That's an interesting...
Do you have a golden bee? Can you get the golden bees
listen
yet?
to music. The game's glitched out.
I shouldn't be playing this in the Dark World at
Yeah.
all. Weird.
There you guys go. Fun little glitches for you. Probably the best thing to do to save on time is to lay down a
Oh, you can't get golden bees in this version.
no, there's only one kind of bee. What?
Are you in the Dark World now?
I was in the Dark World already.
That was so weird.
The game thought I was in the Light World. That's very funny.
Apparently in the SNES version, you can get the good bee, which is,
In the SNES version?
yeah,
This is the SNES version.
right. It's only in one area of the game. You gotta go to the east side of Lake Hylia and enter the ice cave, and then use the bomb to get to the fairy fountain, and then you dash into the statue with the Pegasus boots to get the bee.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's do that real quick. I wonder if... Does it have a difference? Yeah, the good bee.
Yeah, man.
No way. This is something I didn't know.
There you go, man. That's why you've got to play Beard Bros.
Beard Bros. Doing it good. With the good bee. Doc Goodby.
A single golden bee is not quite strong enough to defeat Mothula, but it can do a lot of damage to it. So,
Works for me.
think about that, bro. All right, let's see how well this works. Let him out.
Come on, bee. One. Oh. Juking it.
He's really doing it.
Keep going, bee. I ain't gonna get in your way.
Look at that. Look at that.
And then he left. I'm back, and I'm angry. I want blood.
Yesterday, if you are just joining us for some reason, Gerard had his ass handed to him twice by Mothula.
Hey, thank you for that moral support.
I mean, it is the truth.
What if I caught the bee on the way out?
Caught him on the way out and used him again.
I'm willing to try. Oh, he
He's
left.
gone.
He went the other way.
He was
Last
like,
time.
you ain't gonna catch me. Because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monster.
Thank you.
Thank you, Beard. Do you know the prophecy of the Great Cataclysm? This is the way I heard it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. If a person who has an evil heart gets the Triforce, a hero is destined to appear.
Oh.
He's supposed to go to Ganon's secret base.
Secret base. And he alone must face the person who began the great cataclysm.
The great hero is supposed to sneak past the guards into his base.
If the evil one destroys the hero, nothing can save the world from his wicked reign in his base.
If the evil security cameras can't stop him from getting into the base, and he crawls right through the vents of evil,
Only a person of the Knights of Hyrule who protected the royalty of Hylia can become the hero of the base.
the hero of base.
Have you played that game?
Twilight Princess?
Yeah.
Absolutely. My brother and I have this tradition where whenever a Zelda game comes out, we sit down together and we complete it together.
Did you do that with Skyward Sword?
Yes, absolutely.
But not with Wind Waker.
I got a copy of Skyward Sword 12 days before anyone else did, and it was right when I started The Completionist, and I had to fight the urge to do a completion episode on it because Austin...
You would get in trouble.
No, Peanut Butter Gamer at the time was doing Zelda Month, and was like, please don't do that. I really want to make sure that I'm the only one that does that content. And I'm like, okay.
Dang.
Yeah, I was bummed. But you know what? He made a great Zelda month. He always does.
Yeah.
So, in the end, you guys win.
And that thing is called Buzz.
What? Those
little green guys?
They're like grasshoppers?
They're big grasshoppers, yeah. And they just kind of like scurry around. It's kind of neat.
Oh, God.
And everybody thinks they're lizards, apparently. But I think you might be the first person who's ever just guessed it was a grasshopper right away.
Nah, it's definitely a grasshopper.
The top floor of this dungeon is infested with these things, which hints that the boss of this dungeon maybe never visited the top floor because of the light.
Oh.
So the top floor is more like the basement than the basement is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why we're here at it right now.
Isn't that interesting?
Very interesting.
The Titan Mitt actually alters Link's sprite.
Really?
Makes his hands armored instead of flesh-colored.
Oh, man.
But it's not in the Game Boy Advance version for some reason. In Ocarina of Time, it kind of hints that Adult Link doesn't need the Goron bracelet to lift the grass and the bomb flowers because he doesn't wear the bracelet.
Huh.
But if you skip collecting the bracelet in the game, like if you glitch the game, he still has the same strength as Kid Link.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
You keep saying that. Guys, the wiki. The wiki is the best.
Yeah, it's the Super Beard Bros wiki. Look it up and add to it and make it the most comprehensive completionist, that one video gamer, like, encyclopedia that there is.
It is amazing. I believe... forget the gentleman's name, but he is the best. We keep forgetting to reach out to him.
You guys, we did. No, I reached out to him.
Do you remember his username? He's on the forums a lot, and he's on the Reddit. I'm so bad. I feel so horrible that I suck right now.
You shouldn't feel bad. Like, this dude, though, just so you guys know...
He's a champ.
He did not start the wiki.
But he definitely became a part of it.
Yeah, he became a part of it, and he is like the only person who's updating it, really. So, you know...
If you guys ever, like, it's so cool. It's almost like, it's a virtual experience of, like, too long, don't watch kind of thing. Where it's like, oh, what did Gerard and Alex do today on the show? Well, then here you go, done. It also helps for future completionist episodes, too, when we do things. So I know when we do the Mother 3 episode, that'll be so viable.
Yeah. It's the guy in the suit. This guy in the suit is the guy's name.
This guy in the suit, that's his username.
Yeah, this guy in the suit. So, shout out to that guy. This guy in the suit.
It's true.
Yeah.
Shout out to him and his suit.
Yeah, good suit, dude.
Good suit, bro. Super suit bros.
Yeah. Yucks. yucks. What's your least favorite part of your favorite games?
Yeah, and it's okay if it ruins your experience of that, right?
Yeah. I mean, whether it be because it looks worse than the rest of the game, or it's a mechanic that is terrible. I really hate, for example, the driving portions of the original Mass Effect. I think they're dumb when you have to take the little range, the little rover around.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand why they would make that so stupid and tedious.
Banjo-Kazooie? One of the Worlds just drives me crazy Oh, which one is it? It's not Clinker's Cavern. It's the one with the oil fields.
Uh-huh.
That one drives me nuts. Although I have to say, Banjo-Kazooie, the port on the 360 is perfect. In my eyes. I think
Better
it just,
than the Nintendo 64 one.
I'd say it's just as good, if not better.
And those green things that we've been seeing, like, walking around.
The ducks, the platypuses.
Yeah, they're called Pangators.
Pangators, as in like penguin?
Yeah, sorta. And they seem to have a lot of similarities to the Kappa from Japanese folklore.
Not to be confused with the
like,
Kappa
Twitch
from
face.
Twitch. Very
Yeah.
important. And Jimmy just did the Kappa face to us as he said that.
So, yeah, they have like bald heads, they have like white feathers.
Please, for the wiki's sake, show a picture of Kappa.
Kappa.
Kappa. Actually, you know, for the sake of this video, whoever's editing this,
Yeah.
show the Kappa. I think people deserve to
Kappa's
see
all around.
Kappas for everyone.
Great. All right, this is Cold Stare. So, Cold Stare obviously is like a play on like the phrase a cold stare.
To be not confused with Coldplay.
Yeah, this isn't actually the band Coldplay. This is
No.
actually a monster in a temple.
Coldplay was not around when this game was created.
So in this version of the game, SNES, his shell is supposed to like melt after you defeat it with a fire weapon, but instead it just disappears, and that was a glitch. And it's actually supposed to melt, and in the GBA version they fixed it. Isn't that interesting? And then what else? Oh, in Four Swords and A Link Between Worlds, there's a character called Frost Stare and Dark Stare. Dark Stare is from A Link Between Worlds, and Frost Stare is from Four Swords, and they each seem to be like another version of like whatever Cold Stare is.
Yeah.
They're not like the same species, let's say.
also, don't be confused with Fred Astaire. That's very
Yeah,
important
that's
as well.
true. Also,
Yeah.
I guess.
Our powers will increase if we sneak into Ganon's base.
And mix the courage of the knights with the wisdom of the wise men. Only a short time remains until the gate of the castle.
Ganon's base, linking the worlds.
Hey, even the terminology of linking the worlds together is in this a lot more than I thought.
Yeah.
If you defeat Ganon, this world will vanish, and the Triforce will wait for a new holder in the sweet base.
I believe you can break into Ganon's base.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. Good. Good luck.
Good
May
luck.
the way of the hero lead you to the base.
What's up, dudes?
Guess what? We didn't go anywhere.
Guess what? We stood right here.
Right here
For a
waiting.
whole night waiting for you guys to tune back into us.
And then I was like,
That's right, Super Beard Bros is forever live. Every time you watch it, we're just waiting to do it again and again. It's like so impossible.
if only.
It's not an if only. That'd be way worse.
Next week we'll basically be finishing up the game.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yemen.
Yemen, dude.
Yemen.
Salmon fishing in the Yemen.
In
Best
the
Picture
Yemens.
2013.
2013 Yemen fishing.
That
Oh,
might be a 2012 movie. I don't remember. That was a long time ago.
Speaking of 2012, you guys need to go watch this sketch written by Alex Fossiani, performed by Alex Fossiani, called 2012.
God. I don't even know where you can find that. I think if you look up Yearbook Club Alex Fossiani 2012, you might be able to find it.
It is the best.
It's a short, sweet sketch about the number 2012.
the number 2012.
The number, the movie, the
game.
phenomenon
game.
that is 2012. But yeah, who really knows? Maybe you'll never find it. Maybe it will be linked to this episode in the wiki.
Who knows?
Who really knows?
Guys in suits, repping it good.
Dude, go help that guy out. Go on the wiki and fill out a page.
Go fill out a page out. Help
Make sure
out guys in suits.
everything's up to date. Sit on the wiki for 100 years and just keep hitting random. And it's very not annoying. What was I going to say? Very addicting. There we go. Stories from the dungeon. Gerard's confessions.
Diary number 45.
Your diary's still in this
I just thought
weird ass temple.
it doesn't get any better.
No word on whether I'm going to be able to make it into Ganon's
I
base.
feel like. God damn it, Alex. You always somehow manage to, like, do better than me with that stuff.
Oh God.
In Ganon's base. Now we're good to go, man. Now we're ready to rock and roll.
We're gonna kill this dude.
Now we're gonna kill people.
We're gonna. Well,
No, we're not gonna kill anyone.
Well, no, we're gonna kill a lot more people before this game is over.
Well, I mean, I don't mean we're literally harming anyone.
no, it's
No, this is not a thing.
me and
where-
Gerard aren't gonna go kill
No,
anybody.
no. But people.
Link's gonna be doing.
Yeah,
some
Link's
killing.
going to be a murderer. That's just what. It has
Sorry,
come down to this moment.
Sorry, Link.
And now we're groovy. Now,
Now
we're
we
going
can
back. Now we're moving on.
Now we can beat the man,
Now we can beat the man, save the empire,
save the Emperor, save,
save the emperor,
save Palpatine.
save Senator Palpatine.
Link to the Palp.
Oof. That OJ reference right there.
What?
Link to the orange juice. Not
A
OJ.
link to the pulp?
Yeah,
No, a link to the Palp.
that's the name of this episode.
A link to the pulp?
Yeah,
Alex will maybe never remember that, but he will do his best.
Link to the pulp. Oh man, I wasted everyone's time again, Alex.
You didn't waste everyone's time. We discovered such wonderful
I just-
journeys. It's all about the journey.
I know, man.
Not the
It's-
destination.
I know the dest.
You know the dust?
The dest.
Oh, the dest. The journ, not the dest. Don't forget the journ. It's the dest.
Oh my god, I didn't go in this door. This is
Really? Oh my car.
I'm so stupid. Everyone at home,
You
I
must
give
it up.
you I give you free permission to be angry at me.
Don't you dare give that to anyone.
You know what? And that's why this
Never forget, it's the journ, not the dest.
it's just I'm so sorry everyone at home. I think I've done some fair dumb things on this show. This has to be one of the worst.
Are you trying to like
Yeah,
kill
I was
one of
trying
those-
I was trying to be a cool guy.
Oh, those guys. Those are a thing. So those little black things that like scurried, did you see that?
Yes.
Those things are called Zoros, okay? And these are neat. I was hoping for you to find some of these guys because Zoros are a play on a Japanese onomatopoeia, as most Japanese enemies are. Zoro Zoro, which means to come in droves,
Interesting.
which is neat because they do. They come in droves when you open a door sometimes.
Gotcha.
Nito Beto.
Nito Bandito.
Nito Bandito.
I can't believe I wasted time, guys. I'm so sorry.
It wasn't. It's the journ.
I
not
know
the
it's the dirt, not the
dest.
durst. It's just, it feels. I feel responsible. You know?
It's the journ, not the dex.
I know. I know it's the dext.
Everybody check out the decks on YouTube. YouTube.com/the National Dex.
That's you, man. That is so you.
Vitreous is this eyeball pile, and his name comes from vitreous humor, which is the clear gel found inside the eyeballs of vertebrates. So it's in your eyes, it's in your dog's eyes, anything with a backbone.
I feel like there's a better way to kill this guy.
In Japanese, his name is Geldogger, which is a pretty rough translation of like Gerudoga. Because the suffix dogger is in there because it connects it to the Dig Dogger, which is like a recurring boss from Zelda. It's like one of the like big eye ones that's in Zelda 1 and in Oracle of Seasons. It's the one that you like play the recorder to shrink it. Remember that? Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be maybe like a big gel or a big Zol. Mm-hmm. In the Japanese one, but in this it's vitreous. It's just like an eye pun.
Link, you must stealth your way into his base.
Using the wizard Aghanim as his pawn, he drew us to the Dark World. After cracking the seal of their powers, he sealed us inside these crystals.
He sealed us inside the crystals at the heart of his base. But Ganon didn't plan on you sneaking into his base.
Now,
Now Princess Zelda is waiting for you to knock out the guards and sneak past them into his base.
please hurry. Do you understand? Yes, I do.
Not at all.
I don't know what you're saying,
No
lady.
way. I don't understand it. It's like gibberish to me.
I don't want to do what you just asked.
Ganon is waiting inside of his base
to pass through the gate linking the two worlds.
Link between two worlds or the 3DS Link.
Available 15 years from now.
Get hype.
Hashtag get hype. Once Ganon enters the light world, it is unlikely that anyone can stop him. But if he stays in the closed space of the... Damn it. You can find him wherever he runs. Now, go to the Tower of Ganon's base. We will use our combined powers to break the barrier. Let's return peace to the country without fail. Do you understand? May the way of the hero lead you to the Triforce in the base.
And look out for Twitter. That shit's gonna be huge.
My question for the week for
Yeah.
you guys, question of the day, is what did you wish for in a wishing well? Like, you know, what is a thing you constantly wish for, or you have wished for in the past?
I used to go up on the hill to take piano lessons in Rolling Hills at a place called Amuse.
Dude, I know exactly
Yeah.
what that is.
And my brother and sister used to go to a place called Score in the same shopping center. It was like a tutoring place.
Yeah.
And there was a fountain there that you could throw money into.
Still
Kinda-
there?
Yeah. And I remember looking into the window of the KB Toys that was there and wishing for a Sega Dreamcast.
Did you get that just like a Dreamcast eventually?
I got one eventually. I got one after it was dead, but I got it with Marvel 2.
Then that's a good win.
Yeah, and Sonic Adventure 2, the superior Sonic Adventure.
Yes.
Apparently the fastest any percent speed run of this game is a minute and 41 seconds.
A minute and 41? No.
Apparently.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
There's a glitch that gets you straight to Ganon?
I guess.
And even at that, you don't have the bow and arrow or anything. How are you supposed to fight that? That can't be right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just weird to me. That just seems impossible.
I don't know how to tell you.
I mean, I'm sure there's glitches for everything.
Guys, do you realize where we are?
We're at Ganon's tower.
No.
Ganon's base?
Ganon's secret base.
Secret base.
Get your cardboard box on.
Cardboard
Get
box.
down on your hands and knees. And get ready to sneak.
into Ganon's secret base.
Get your tranquilizer darts ready so you can
I'm
take
ready.
out the guards.
Yeah.
Non-lethal playthrough. What's your favorite, like, final boss stage in a Zelda?
Ooh, this game. This
one?
Yeah, this one. Absolutely.
I think I
Oh,
like.
did I go the wrong way? Oh,
I think I like Majora's Mask the most.
Majora's Mask.
Very trippy. Very trippy, very interesting way of doing things. The kids, very creepy. The final fight is like very scary
It's true.
and like very like if you're like a kid, that is like a scary ass fight.
Yeah, it is a very scary fight. But
Just like super
we did
creepy.
it as kids. We didn't care.
Can you imagine like getting this game? Like, you know, we always like wait for these games and we get games like, I don't know, like, do you think of like Twilight Princess in the same breath as you think of this game?
No.
It just seems like it's like a Beatles album or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like it's a whole other, like, it's like Untouchable. It's a classic.
Get that bombos up in here.
I can't imagine like going to E3 and like being like, dang, this looks like it's gonna be pretty good. And then like people being like, I don't know, it doesn't look like real Zelda.
I don't know, man.
I guess there wasn't really that same culture back then.
Yeah,
but
definitely not.
everybody always has something to say, no matter how little they know or how much they actually listen or know about the thing they're saying.
Welcome to the internet, my friend. 2014.
Yeah, man.
But not you guys. You guys are cool.
You should have to get like a driver's license for the internet. You should have like you should have to demonstrate that you're gonna be responsible. It should still be like totally free speech, totally whatever, but there should be no dumbasses allowed.
Just take your driver's test, damn it.
Every 5 years you have to check in and make sure you're still allowed to be on the internet.
That just seems so stupid, but also a good idea.
Are you outspoken about your irrational hatred for some race or sexual orientation?
Then get out.
Please step over to the retesting center.
The retesting center.
Yay! Yay!
You can turn both of them into fairies? I didn't know that.
Lessons.
Did you?
No.
You could turn the bunny thing into a fairy.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that either. That would have been
Wow.
like 5 more fairies in this whole game for us.
2 Aghanim, one episode.
1 cup.
I know. I was trying so hard not to say that, but it happened anyways.
2 Aghanim, 1 cup. Okay, so here's my thing about Aghanim.
Yeah.
Look at him. See how he has that crown on?
Yeah.
I thought that was his mouth forever.
I thought the exact same thing.
and that his face looks like Pokey's face from
yes, I agree 100%.
or Porky from if you're living in Japan, which is just a roast on fat kids, I guess. I will say there's a dope ass picture of Link fighting Ganon that we'll see If Mark
man.
is so kind as to grab it from the Zelda wiki here on the Ganon page. It's a cool drawing. It makes him look so much more epic because he looks kind of like frumpy and fatty here. Did we get everything?
We got everything. This game is donezo, and I'm sure there might be one or two things I missed.
Welcome,
but
Beard. I am the essence of the base.
God damn it.
Did you get?
Several
Did you
dots.
sneak in? Hello?
Is this thing on?
Where is the box?
What do you think? Is this game still,
It's my favorite. It's my favorite Zelda. It's great.
still?
Yeah.
Not that Link Between Worlds?
Now Link Between Worlds is better. I have to say it's better, but this is still
You
my
just
favorite.
can't get it out of your nostalgia zone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Back in 1990, Nintendo had a contest, the Nintendo Power.
I didn't need that. I just thought it'd be cool.
You just sent in your name, and they would randomly pick one, and you would appear in a NES game. And what you had to do was you had to find the War Mech boss in Final Fantasy and take a picture with it and mail it in to Nintendo Power. And a man named Chris Houlihan, or probably a boy at the time named Chris Houlihan, won the prize. That's what happens. He got in Link to the Past.
So how this works for you guys at home is that I've read many theories. I actually watched Game Trailers Pop Fiction. The first episode of that show is on the Chris Houlihan room. And what it is it's actually the default bug room for this game. The default debug room.
Uh-huh.
And so how you do it is it's actually an error of where Link's positioning is in the game. And it's caused based on where he is in regards to like the overall lineage of the map. Like if you look, I don't know how to, is it X? Yeah. So like, imagine a grid going across this map, right? And how it works is there's certain lines and boundaries, and this trick lets you go through a boundary that doesn't exist. And so what it does, it just kind of kicks you back into that room. So how you do it is you have to trick the game into pushing you into it. So the first thing you do is you get a bomb. Then this can work in really any cave or area or hole you get dropped down to. You drop a bomb, it hits you, and you fall into the hole. Oh, I guess it didn't do it that time.
Here we go on one of these again.
Oh, it sucks. I did it perfectly last time.
well,
I might have waited too long to
We
be honest.
just
Let's see.
tried it out, yeah.
Yeah, I just did it a few moments ago.
When you get to the room, you see his like famous secret message, which is, "My name is Chris Houlihan. This is my top secret room. Keep it between us, okay?" And apparently he's supposed to be telepathically communicating with you. His name's been taken out of the GBA version, but this is still the Super Nintendo version, so it should still be intact unless they removed his name from the Wii
Let's
version.
try it again. I might have to do like a reboot thing. Let's see. I might not have done it that time. Let's see.
Yeah,
Boom.
boom.
Got it.
Okay, yeah. So it doesn't have
So
the.
it does exist.
So it doesn't have the message, I guess.
No, it does.
Oh, it does.
My name is
Boom.
Chris Houlihan. This is my top secret room. Keep it between us, okay? Bam.
Perfect.
Told you, bro. Man, guys, remember that episode when Alex was like, "Why did you make that promise? It's impossible." And then I was like, "Don't worry about it." Tell you what, guys, let's make this special. Chris Houlihan, if you exist still, and I don't mean
I think I remember seeing him on a forum a while back.
we should listen, Chris Houlihan. And this is if you hear us, if you see this message.
This is for you, Chris.
This is for you, Chris Houlihan. I want you to contact us. I know you're probably with wife and kids now, and you're an adult, and you've got responsibilities and stuff. But look, come down to us. We'll interview you. It'll be dope. You guys, the internet, spread this interview around. Let's do it. I'm
Find
ready.
Chris Houlihan.
Find Chris Houlihan. With that said, let's go
If
to...
you find Chris Houlihan, we'll give you something cool as a prize.
yes, find him. Bring him
If
to
you
us.
bring him to us and get him to come on our show, we will give you something nice.
Making promises that we can't keep, yeah.